Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I'm going to talk about a Bay Area rapper named Young Lay and his crazy story. Young Lay was born in Lathan, Williams in 1975. He grew up in Vallejo, in the north side of Vallejo to be exact. Young Lay started his rap career seriously around 1994, and by 1995, he was signed to a local rap label named Young Black Brother Records. Young Black Brother Records was founded in 1992 by a producer named Kyrie. Young Black Brother Records released a ton of Bay Area artist music in the 90s like Mac Mall, Ray Love, Doobie, and of course Young Lay. In 1995, Young Lay dropped one of his biggest songs ever called All About My Fetty. It featured Mac Mall and also the rapper Ray Love. This song got a lot of attention. It was even featured on the hood classic movie New Jersey Drive. This song helped him get a lot of buzz and also make a lot of noise in the industry. It also even later got him a plaque. In the midst of all the success of him starting work on the album following the success of All About My Fetty, Young Lay was shot in the head while being a passenger in his friend's car. The shooting left Young Lay messed up. He had a long road to recovery. He required a lot of therapy for his brain. It was so bad, he had to learn how to talk and walk again. This process took a minute, but he bounced back. Young Lay recovered and dropped the album called Black and Dangerous in '96. The album featured other rappers like Mac Mall, Ray Love, and he even got a feature from Tupac. But more tragedy happened for Young Lay. In '96, two teenage girls broke into his child's mother's home and kidnapped his 1-month-old baby. They also took his child's mother's life. Then the two girls set the house on fire, trying to make it seem like it was the cause of her death. The case ended up being unsolved for 6 years. This case ended up on many shows like America's Most Wanted and Unsolved Mysteries. With his child mother being gone and losing her life, and also his son being missing, this must have been a horrible time for Young Lay. But he still dropped another album in '98. It was called, ironically, Unsolved Mystery. Young Lay experienced a lot of adversity and tragedy, some most people couldn't live with. With his album not doing as good as his first, by 1999, Young Lay was arrested for a robbery and ended up being sentenced to 12 years for the crime. During that time, he would be switched to multiple prisons during his 12-year stint. While in prison, he didn't have a real impact in the industry or music anymore, and was rarely heard from. In 2002, an anonymous tip was called in to the Vallejo police, and it led to the arrest of a woman named Latasha. She was one of the women who took the life of Young Lay's child mother and also kidnapped his child. Latasha was raising Young Lay's child as her own for 6 years. Her mom was also arrested too. The crazy thing about it, they didn't live too far from Young Lay's family's home. Latasha ended up receiving 37 years. Her cousin, who was her accomplice, ended up receiving 13. The thing I don't get, Latasha was 15 at the time of the crime. So she took the baby and took her home to her mother. That's the thing I don't get. Her mom let her take home a random baby and never say anything about it. This led to a lot of speculation of why this crime happened. The police theory was that Young Lay was messing with Latasha and she got mad and wanted to get even. But this can be just rumors and completely false. In 2003 and 2004, some of Young Lay music would be re-released and he was featured on some compilation albums. But he didn't have any new music until he dropped his first song upon his release called True Religion. He ended up dropping a video to it in 2011. With 12 years gone in the new music scene, you could tell he was trying to catch up. I don't see much about him now or any music, but with his life and his tragedies he went through, I hope bro was doing cool and living life. His son was giving back to his family in 2002, so I hope they have a good relationship. This was a Young Lay story. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my previous videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.